The day you file your VA claim can be worth thousands of dollars. Not the day you win it, the day you file it. And most veterans wait far too long. Stick with me. In a few minutes, you'll know exactly when to file, why waiting can quietly cost you back pay, and the one form that protects your money. Start with the secret the VA never puts in bold. Your payments are calculated from your effective date, and that date is tied to when you file, not when you're approved. Approval can take months, sometimes longer. But when it lands, the VA pays you back to your effective date. The earlier that date, the bigger your back paycheck. So when should you file? As soon as you have a current condition linked to your service. You don't wait for it to get worse. You don't wait to feel ready. A lot of us think you should wait until you're really bad off. That's backwards. Waiting doesn't raise your rating, and every month can be back pay you'll never get. Now the big one. File your first claim within 1 year of leaving active duty, and your effective date can reach all the way back to the day after you separated. That's back pay all the way to your discharge date. Miss that 1 year window, and your effective date usually becomes the day you finally file, not 1 day sooner. Put real numbers on it. Say you'd rate at 70%, about $1,800 a month. A year of back pay you protected is over $21,000. One date. But what if you're not ready to file the whole claim today? Maybe you don't have your evidence together yet. Good news. There's a way to lock your date right now. It's called an intent to file. VA Form 21-0966. It tells the VA, I am filing, hold my date, then you get a full year to finish. The day the VA receives your intent to file becomes your effective date. Take up to a year to gather evidence and submit the real claim, and your pay still counts from that day. But heads up, that clock is real. You have 1 year from your intent to file to submit the full claim. Miss that window and the intent to file expires, taking your protected date with it. Here's a shortcut. If you file online at va.gov, you don't even need a separate intent to file. The moment you start the application, your date is already locked. So the rule of thumb is simple. The day you decide to file, do something that day. Start the online form or send an intent to file. Lock the date first. Gather evidence after. Now, what if your condition didn't show up until years after you got out? You can still file. It's called a post-service claim, and there's no deadline to start one. There's no time limit, but be honest with yourself. It gets harder the longer you wait. Records fade, memories blur. Improving the link back to service takes more work. One exception worth knowing. Certain chronic conditions that show up within a year of discharge can be presumed connected to your service. Another reason that first year matters so much. Okay, what if you're already getting compensation and something changes? There are a few different claims, and timing still decides your money. Let's run through them fast. If a condition the VA already rates gets worse, you file an increased claim. Don't sit on it. The sooner you file with new medical evidence, the sooner your back pay can start. And the same 1 year trick helps here. An intent to file holds your date while you get an updated exam, so a worsening condition pays back to when you spoke up, not months later. And here's a timing gift for increases. If your medical records show the condition was already worse earlier, your increase can be effective up to a year before you even filed. Don't assume you're too late. Got a new problem caused by a service-connected one, like arthritis from a bad service knee? That's a secondary claim. File it when the second condition appears and link it clearly. And if a service-connected condition keeps you from working, there's a claim for that too. It can pay at the 100% rate. That one is big enough for its own episode. Already at 100%, you might think you're done. Not so fast. New conditions can still pay more through special monthly compensation and help lock in permanent and total status. Permanent and total guards against future reviews and can open benefits for your family. But the schedule itself caps at 100, so file when a claim adds compensation or protection, not to chase a number. Now, what if the VA already told you no? Don't panic and don't start from scratch. You generally have 1 year to challenge a decision before it becomes final. With new and relevant evidence, you can file a supplemental claim. File within that 1 year, and your effective date can hold. Wait too long, and you can lose that protected date. What if you haven't separated yet? You can actually get a head start while you're still on active duty. Filing early can mean benefits land sooner after you take off the uniform. With 180 to 90 days left, you may file a pre-discharge claim through the BDD program. It can get your decision done faster, sometimes by the time you're out. With fewer than 90 days left, you can't use that program, but you can still file before you separate. Either way, getting in early protects your date and speeds things up. Now, the fear that stops a lot of vets from filing. Will a new claim put my current rating at risk? Usually no. Filing for a new condition doesn't reopen ratings you've already settled, and your ratings get more protected over time. A rating held 20 years can't be reduced except for fraud. 100% needs proof you actually improved. The system is built to be hard to undo. Whatever you do, don't talk yourself out of filing. Not sure it's connected? File anyway and let the VA decide. The worst answer is no, and no costs you nothing but time. And remember, you don't need every document to start. Lock your date first. You have up to a year to send evidence. Filing first and gathering second is almost always the smart play. Now, what actually counts as evidence, your service records, exam results, buddy statements, that's a whole topic on its own. We'll break down exactly what you need in another video. Today is all about timing. 2 veterans, same 70%. One files today. One waits a year with no intent to file. That year of delay is over $21,000. The second one never gets back. So, 3 things to lock in. 1. Your effective date is set when you file. 2. File within a year of discharge for back pay to day 1. 3. Protect your date today. Here's your move this week. If you've got a condition, start an intent to file or the online application today. You don't have to finish it. Just start the clock in your favor. Quick fine print. This is education, one veteran to another, not legal or medical advice, and I'm not your VA rep. Always confirm your own situation at va.gov. Now I want to hear from you. Did you file the day you could, or did you wait? Drop it in the comments. Your story might be the nudge another vet needs. If this helped, subscribe so the next veteran finds it too, and share it with a battle buddy who's been putting off their claim. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.